What's going on? Welcome to Make Money Moves podcast. You know, the podcast where we make money moves by making money move. Today, we're on episode 5. That's right. This is the 5th episode. And the purpose of today's episode is to show you why your raise never really feels like a win. Because the raise really wasn't the problem. It's what came after that was. But you're going to have to watch the episode to find out what that was. So let's get to it and start making money moves. Is that all right with you?
Pay to a check, yeah, I changed my mind. From broke to boss, now I'm on my grind. Mic in my hand, I'm claiming my time. Make money moves, podcast my line. I changed from inside. Now I shine.
Welcome back to Make Money Moves podcast. I'm your host Al, and today we're going to expose a threat that until this point has been just as mysterious as if aliens actually exist. But before we get into it, let me ask you something, and I want you to be real with me for a minute. Have you ever gotten a raise and felt excited for about a week, 2, maybe even a month, but then somehow you ended up feeling just as tight as before? The same stress, pressure, mental math problems that you're trying to do mental jumping jacks in your head from the price of gas and food and everything. So you still got all the same problems, but more zeros. See, you didn't suddenly become irresponsible. Not saying that you are irresponsible, and you didn't really mismanage anything on purpose. These things happen. But what you experienced is an insider threat that's called lifestyle inflation. And today we're going to talk about why this lifestyle inflation actually happens to us, why it feels so invisible, and why it quietly cancels all the progress and the work that we put in for millions and millions of people across the world. I'm specifically talking about the United States, but it's all over the world. But I'm focused on the United States because that's where I'm at, right? The American dream or the American experience, people like say, moving up without moving forward. That's the real American experience. Not the American dream, but that's the American experience. People move up, but they don't move forward in life. This is one of the most common money stories in America. It's not the rags to riches. It's the people move up the ladder, but they're not really moving forward as they think. They make more money, but they still got the same stress, still stuck. Just think about it. You finally move up in a food chain at work, right? Or in your financial period. You got a better job. I mean, you got more pay, higher income. You feel more stability, a little more breathing room, right? And without even thinking about it, you decide to upgrade your life. Nothing extravagant. I'm not talking about, going buy no yacht or nothing like that. You're not being irresponsible. You're not just going out here, throwing money in the clubs and everything. That's not what I'm saying you're doing. No. Just quietly, you get a slightly better apartment or a slightly better house. You move to a better neighborhood. You get a better car. You get more conveniences because you don't want to have to stand in these lines. So you pay a little extra money to get, faster service or get it delivered to you. You get more subscriptions because you always wanted to see that Paramount, or you always wanted that Netflix, or you wanted to upgrade to Amazon Prime. So you get more subscriptions, right? Now you have higher expectations. And none of this feels expensive at all because now you got the money. It don't feel expensive. But then one day, boom, you look at your account and you think, why doesn't this look different? It's like the more money I come across, the more money that's gone, the more I spend. Like Biggie said, the more money you come across, the more problems you have, right? But that's the moment that most people, we blame ourselves. But here's the truth that nobody warned us about. Nobody warned us what happens after you earn more money. They just said earn more money. They didn't tell us what happened after that. See, money solves pain, not structure. And if you don't have that structure, you can put a Band-Aid on this stab wound or put some ointment on it, and it may look good, but it's not. Let's get clear on some things, some very important things. A raise solves short-term pains, like overdue bills, constant stress, immediate pressures. But that raise, it don't automatically change who you are. Not your habits, your expectations, not your financial structure, not even your emotional relationship with money. So when income goes up, but structure stay the same level that it was, that extra money don't create financial freedom for your financial stability. It get absorbed like water into a sponge. And that absorption feels automatic. Why? Because it is. What if shopping could earn you cash instead of just costing you? You've been stuck in the cycle, tap, swipe, spend, watching your paycheck just disappear. But one day, after you stumbled onto this app called Rakuten, you ask yourself, why am I paying full price when I don't have to? But then you think, maybe it's just another gift. Then one of your friends tell you about this app called Rakuten. who makes them money and gives them cash back and rewards for thousands of stores every time they make a purchase that they were made anyway. You try it once, you discover hidden deals, compare prices, and you start winning. Shopping becomes a strategy. Every tap pays you back, and you still get what you want. You share Rakuten with your friends, watch your income grow, and become more financially confident. Download the Rakuten app today and keep more of your hard-earned money in your pocket. I'm completely transparent with you guys, right? Lifestyle inflation isn't greed. That's the biggest mistake that we make. We think that lifestyle inflation is all about greed, but it's not. It's about identity and permission. When our income rises, we subconsciously tell ourselves, man, I earned this. Or we say, this makes sense now. Or, you know that lie. This is what people at my level do. We sell ourselves a dream. And maybe we did earn it. Maybe we did work hard. But here's the problem that wasn't explained to us by anybody, not our parents, not the schools, anybody. What feels like a reward in the short term often, most likely, becomes a responsibility long term. See, because more income doesn't just buy you comfort. It buys fixed costs, higher expectations, obligations, and it makes you more fragile. And that's why people making more money, they feel more trapped, not less. Let me describe something and let me know if you recognize or this resonate with you. If this resonate with you, I need you to put a comment and say, yes, this resonates in a comment. So here's the thing. Have you ever been doing better financially than you used to before? You got to a better position, and then you start saying things like, it's fine, I can afford this now. I don't want to go backwards. This is just my standard now. And none of that is like reckless to you. None of it is like irresponsible or anything. Your income isn't empowering you. Just be honest, it's not. It's supporting a structure that requires you to keep on earning more and more. Like I said before, you robbing Peter to pay Paul. That's when a raise stops feeling like a win and becomes more of a burden, because you really didn't buy freedom. It pretty much bought permanence, because now you're permanently putting money into more things that you couldn't afford or more things that you wanted. There's a line that, cuts straight to the heart of this. It's by Morgan Housel, the guy who wrote the Psychology of Money. And he said, spending money to show people how much you have is the fastest way to have less. But here's the deeper layer that most of us miss. Lifestyle inflation doesn't show up as a show off. It shows up as comfort, convenience, just normal everyday habits. Just how life is now, right? I moved to a new place. I gotta blend in. It doesn't announce itself as a threat. Instead, it introduces itself as something you deserve, you earn, and it makes you feel comfortable. But the problem is, comfort doesn't feel like danger, and that's why it wins. Because comfort lowers your urgency. It reduces the questioning. It delays the planning and softens your awareness. So now you're less aware. You're not seeing things going on around you. When things aren't painful, we stop paying attention to them. Because it's no longer a threat. If you're in a room, you're going to start seeing if it's a threat in the room, you're going to keep your eyes on that threat opposed to watching everybody else. And when you feel like you're comfortable, we call it in the military being complacent. When you become complacent, bad things happen. And in finances, that's when compounding works against us. Because the goal was never really to earn more money. The goal was to create margins, to get a better lifestyle, better things so that we can be better. Not just look better, but actually be better. And when that margin disappears, when comfort expands faster than your attentions, you can forget about it. Because now we're in a world of hurt. I know I'm going fast like a water hose of information, so let me slow down a little bit. I don't want you to multitask anything, but I want you to ask yourself some honest questions. Ask yourself, when your income starts to increase, what changed first? Was it your investments, your lifestyle, your habits? Ask yourself, did your savings rate rise, or did you change your lifestyle first? Which expenses appeared to be automatic, and which ones appear to be emotional? Well, ask yourself this. What feels non-negotiable now that once felt optional? Some people I gotta get that massage. I gotta go get me a pedicure. I gotta go get this. But before it was an option. But now it's non-negotiable. You gotta have it, or your day don't go right? I gotta go get this smoothie. I gotta get a pack of cigarettes. I gotta do something was optional, but now all of a sudden it's a necessity. Don't you find that weird? If your income stayed the same for 5 years, would your lifestyle still work? And I'm not saying this to judge anybody, so this is not judgment. This is more so questions to become more aware of ourselves. Because we know that the first part of any type of growth Well, change starts with awareness. We can't have control if we don't start with the awareness. But with this lifestyle inflation, there's a fix for it. There is a fix. I like to call it the freeze to upgrade. That's what I call it, freeze to upgrade, right? This is a practical shift that you can do, right? So the concept is you don't have to say no to everything forever. You just have to delay that upgrade for a little bit, right? We call it delayed gratification. So that delayed gratification turns to that impulse into intention, that excitement into clarity, and permission into a strategy. And I'm gonna tell you, in the next episode, we're gonna get even deeper in that. We're gonna talk about how to do that next. But that's a little shift that you can use to help you so that lifestyle inflation don't overcome you and you start spending more of your money on the lifestyle things that make you look good opposed to be good. But understand this, the trap, it gets even deeper. But you gotta stay tuned so you don't get tuned up by these insider threats. Today we talked about why your raise don't feel like a win. But in the next episode, we're gonna go a little bit deeper. We're gonna talk about why comfort is more dangerous than struggle and how a better lifestyle quietly steals your compounding without even asking your permission. And this is where we lose decades. So stay with me. I need you to do something for me. I need you to go ahead and subscribe, like, share, and comment something that really touched you and was really able to help you in this episode. Or you know someone else that this may help. Go ahead and send this video to them. And do that one thing, because the more people we have that's financially literate, the less people we have in poverty. So with that being said, let's go ahead and identify these inside threats so that they'll no longer become threats and no longer become our enemies. Because now we know how to fight them with confidence, courage, and power. So we can now make money moves by making money moves. You heard it here first. See you next time on Make Money Moves podcast, where we make money moves by making money move. Remember, don't take notes, take action. Peace.
Pay no check, yeah, I changed my mind.